It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the two movies of June 23rd, 2006. Let's just go ahead and jump on into it, because like I said, there's only two movies here, and only one of them really is notable in particular. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one first. The biggest new release of the weekend, Adam Sandler starring in the comedy Click. In the film, you have Adam Sandler playing a workaholic family man who acquires a magic universal remote that enables him to control reality. You have Kate Beckinsale starring as his wife, and Christopher Walken starring as the eccentric stranger who gives Michael the remote. And you also have a cast that includes David Hasselhoff, Henry Winkler, Sean Astin, Julie Kavner. Jonah Hill's also in the movie as well. Directed by Frank Coraci, who worked with Sandler previously on The Waterboy. And, this is certainly one of the more intriguing movies from Adam Sandler's peak years in terms of the movies that were successful for him, because, you know, this is a story that we've seen done before numerous times. I mean, Garfield and Friends did an episode similar to this, where Garfield got, like, a magic remote, and it, like, controlled all these different things. It wasn't just, like, you know, like, pausing and everything. Also, The Simpsons did it for one of their Treehouse of Horror episodes, instead of it being a magic remote, it was a magic stopwatch. So this is a story that has been done to death several times before, but this movie is very unique and very different, mostly because of what this movie does in particular with some of the things that they do here. You know, Adam Sandler's still doing the Adam Sandler tropes that you used to see from him in general, like the, you know, gotta have his buddies in there, gotta have those scenes with gross out humor, gotta have those scenes of, like, obscene humor and all that type of stuff. That stuff works for that, but there are notable things. What's notable about this particular movie is that when it gets dramatic, it gets super dramatic. And truth be told, the dramatic stuff actually does kind of work, especially the final 30 minutes of the movie, where, you know, Adam Sandler, you know, keeps fast-forwarding through time, and he's getting older, he's getting, you know, and things just keep going around here. He finds out that his dad is dead, and probably the film's best scene in general, where we see Henry Winkler just really giving it his all in this one scene. You forget that that's the Fonz giving this really good dramatic performance, and the Fonz can act his ass off. I mean, let's just talk about this movie in particular, but go back and watch An American Christmas Carol from the 1970s, where he's Ebenezer Scrooge, and that was back when he was Fonz, when he was like when it was peak Fonzie. Like, Duke gives it his all, and in this performance, this one little performance he has in this movie, really elevates the film to another level, where it's just like, yeah, this is a much better movie than I think a lot of people let on. And in a way, it is kind of like A Christmas Carol in a way, sort of, especially towards the end of the movie. And yeah, the movie overall really is good. It has not every joke about it works, not every gross out humor joke works, but when it works very well. I think the makeup overall, how they got everybody to look older and everybody to look different, is very well done. The visuals are nicely done overall. There is a lot there to admire about the film in general. Like I said, there's a lot of here that doesn't quite work, but at the same time, there's not anything like super bad or anything in there. But it's a really good movie. It's a wonderfully put together movie that I think is much better than I think people let on. I really like it a lot. I think it's definitely one of Adam Sandler's more memorable movies. One you should definitely check out if you want to see a little bit of that dramatic elements, the dramatic performances that Adam Sandler can do, and stuff like Uncut Gems and Hustle and, you know, Spanglish and Punch Drunk Love and Rain Over Me. You can find a little bit in this movie. It's really one of his better movies in general. I really like it a lot. I can't recommend it enough. Definitely check it out. Click. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the last one we have here, and that is Tyrese and Megan Good starring in Waist Deep. From the director of Glitter. Not even kidding, Vondi Curtis Hall directed Glitter. So, yeah, interesting little follow-up to that. But in South Los Angeles, while bringing his beloved son Junior back home from school, the paroled ex-convict O2 promises his son that he would always come back to him and never leave him alone. However, his car is hijacked and Junior is kidnapped. Without any leads, O2 forces the street vendor Coco to help him find where his car might have been sent for disassembling. Meanwhile, O2's addicted brother, Lucky, discovers that the cruel leader of the outlaw syndicate, the drug lord Meat, is keeping the boy arrested in a room and asking for a ransom of $100,000 that he believes O2 has from an old heist. O2 and Coco plot a scheme to put the Pimp P money and Meat against each other and steal their money. So, yeah, it's not just a little bit of Man on Fire, but it's also a little bit of Bonnie and Clyde, and yeah, these two movies really do not work well together. At least in this movie, it really doesn't. But I mean, I've seen worse, honestly. And Tyrese Gibson and Megan Good are doing the best they can with the role given to them. I think they're perfectly fine in the film in general. But the problem is the movie is just all over the place. Like, it really is all across the board. Like I said, trying to combine a little bit of Bonnie and Clyde with a little bit of A Man on Fire. I almost forgot the other movie I was comparing it to. But, yeah, it just doesn't work here in general. And I think a better director overall probably could have made this work better. Like, if they had just gone with one way or another, like we had a movie recently, Queen and Slim, which was a criminally underrated movie that came out not too long ago, which was co-written by Lena Waithe from Dear White People, I think it was. The Chi. I'm sorry, I got my shows mixed up here, but she worked on the show the Chi, of course, the Chicago, and she was actually the main screenwriter on this movie in general. And I thought this did a better job of presenting a Bonnie and Clyde for a new generation. It was a really great, underrated movie with Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out. Jodie Turner-Smith was very good in the film. I thought that movie worked. But like I said, trying to combine Man on Fire with a little bit of a Bonnie and Clyde in here doesn't really work towards the film's advantage. And I think the movie really kind of stumbles because it felt like it was trying to be both those movies without trying to be its own unique thing. And I think it really struggles because of that. So, yeah, despite the best efforts by both Tyrese and Megan Good, I really didn't like the movie a lot. I didn't think it was that great in general. Largely forgettable film. Yeah, avoid it like the plague. And so with that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. And the next time we meet, we take a look at three notable movies, including Bryan Singer's Superman Returns, controversial opinion, probably my favorite modern-day Superman movie. I'll delve more into that on tomorrow's show, but we'll also take a look at Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, starring in The Devil Wears Prada, and we also have the big screen adaptation of Strangers with Candy, the Comedy Central TV series, blown up for the big screen. So we'll take a look at those three movies on the next episode. That'll be coming up tomorrow. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the place on the next page, check out the previous episode. Also, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons so you get updates on when new videos come out, because we post here every day. With that said, I am off, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.